Hey, okay, so we are going to do, guys, a quick plan here to open up Mr. Flowers. Here present. Say hello to the camera, Mr. John.
Hello, camera.
It's not, his name is not Mr. Flowers. It's generally Mr. Flores. So, okay. I'm gonna kind of ignore the camera. I really don't care. I just want. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it the right way. So, first thing what is the first thing up there?
First day of sales.
So first day of sales. I guess I'll give a little bit of maybe mindset to the video so we can just do this. So, I'm gonna open up a new office like Mr. John. I think the biggest thing is to make sure that the office is set up for success from the get-go. So we pick the first day of sales, we kind of guesstimate that, but then we work backwards to even calculate the day that the guys drive, days to pack, depends on if the office is in town or if it's driving distance or if it's like a trip where people have to move states. Like in this case, John's moving to California. So it's a 20-hour drive. So we want to get the first day of sales. That day is orientation. We want to find out when there's interviews, when we start doing interviews. We want to make sure there's orientation on the first day. There's a building, there's furniture in there, there's all of these things. And sometimes it needs genuinely like a 3-month process so that the launch is solid and people can start really, really strong, which is what we've done for all the offices we opened this year, which has been working. So first day of sales, knowing that the state is California, I, from experience, know that it could take 4 to 6 weeks to get the incorporation approved. You need the incorporation to get bank account and all the stuff that you want to have done before the team leaves. So we got to count at least on 4 weeks for that. So, well, I guess, what do you say?
February, right? Should be like February-ish.
Yeah, February, late February. So we have 2/6 of honest here.
Yeah.
213, then there'll be 220, and then it'd be 227. That just also might be cutting it too close. What's the first day of March? First Monday in March. What is
Monday
it?
in March is the 6th.
6.
3/6.
So again, we can change the date, but let's just say it's March 6th. Are you okay with March 6th?
Yeah.
Okay. So March 6th being first day of sales means people would leave probably end of January or something like that. So let's pick that, and then we can move everything backwards. Okay. So we got the first day of sales, so we have an orientation that day, right? Can you see those dates good from the camera? I hope so. Yeah. So now we have an orientation. We got to set up. We're going to talk about recruiting. We're going to talk about the team that travels. Talk about Mr. Flores here sending his dry cleaned suit that he needs to wear
On the first day.
on the first day, which is that day. So make sure it's dry cleaned by that day. The suit that we got from Mr. Flores. Let me get an access. Is that okay? Let me get me a caffeine-free friend of mine. Dudes. You can lay it out, tell me if you got it.
Yeah. Okay, so next would be when you need to have a place.
When I
Like a
need.
building? Like an office?
The keys for the place, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, for his place.
Yeah.
For him to move.
That's what we need.
Howdy. Hey, Zook. You all good?
Yeah, I gotta go, man. Sorry, my anxiety is fucking. It's crazy.
You'll never know when you have somebody quit in the middle of the day. Okay, so Tommy will handle that. So yeah, so we gotta find out, I guess, do you know, we gotta find out when is the person going to, where they're gonna live. So in this case, what do you think? Do you think you'll stay with Wade? Like, you're gonna have to kick out people.
Yeah, that's what I talked about.
You guys talked about that?
Getting a place for me and him, and then moving.
And then
my
he'll
guys-
just move into with you.
Yeah,
And move one of your guys into Wade's.
with Anthony or whoever is in that.
Perfect. So, okay, so we gotta find out, owner thank you, Jamie. If you want to put it there. Somebody quit in front of Zach. Vaughn and Sarah get the keys a week before, so you need to have keys to your place a week before your first day of sales. So we want the owner, Isaac.
See ya. Thanks, guys.
We want the owner to be, who's quit?
Flowers.
No,
That's me.
Florence.
I can't read English.
Okay, so owner gets the keys. So we want the owner to live inside. You want to be installed in your house at least a week before. So that's 227. So 227. So now you know. You can start doing this today. Like you need a place to stay. Like you need the keys to this place that day.
That day.
So they're gonna be there basically a week ahead.
Yeah.
So that means.
They would be doing first round
No,
that week.
this is. What's wrong with you? That's more than a week, right? 127 to 26, it's 10 days.
Right, we did 10 days. We did 10 days.
We did 10 days, okay, so never mind, so it's not, see, this isn't work. So it's not 227, so this is Monday, so we would do. So I recommend you print some calendars, so that way you can map it all out. So, December, January, February, March, okay? So it's first day of sales here.
And 10.
So then John would start on the 27th is Monday, so we probably want to get there.
24th, yeah.
When do they leave? Let's just do it the same way.
They leave the 25th.
But what day is it? Thursday? They live January 25th? That's when they leave, that's when they drive.
That's when they drive off, yeah.
Okay, so then John will have to drive also 2 Wednesdays before, so the 22nd.
22nd, yeah.
Okay, so owner gets the keys the 22nd,
22nd,
No,
yeah.
the 22nd is when he drives.
22nd drives.
Get the keys.
The 24th.
24th.
So keys is the 24th?
Yeah.
Which would be a Friday.
So anyway, we want the owner to have a week and a weekend to get the keys, just so they can, the point is we don't want the owner stressed about, where's my apartment gonna be, where am I gonna live, do I have furniture, do I have a house? You just want to make sure everything's taken care of, so 224, make sure you get a lease, use Wade's credit, your credit, to just be a roommate of Wade in that area. So then owner leaves, right, is that the next thing?
We did the hotel first, but yeah, owner leaves. We did that. Yeah.
Owner leaves, 220,
222.
22.
222 Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you probably have to spend a night
Spend a night
in El Paso.
And that'll be the 20. The night
So, hotel, we gotta book a hotel because we're not gonna make them drive 20 hours in one day. So we'll get a hotel in El Paso, which is the midpoint, on the night of 223.
Yeah.
The night of 222.
Yeah.
Do I have to do your 245?
Okay, that's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we'll get another hotel in Riverside,
Yeah.
because they'll get there at night, so you gotta map out, he's gonna leave El Paso Thursday the 23rd, that morning, get there super late, not in time to get the keys. So you wanna get a hotel in Riverside by 2:23. And then you will wake up from the hotel, go get your keys to your house. Any questions?
Can he do the 2 or 245 on Meredith's list so that he can
Not the,
actually
can you do 245?
Yeah.
245, yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
two is,
245.
Okay, he'll do the 245.
so then now, what is it, last day in the office we gotta find out?
Yeah, last day in office.
It looks like I got
Isn't it the same day that they leave?
No, it's 2 days before. So that Monday the 20th.
So he can have days to pack. So that's 220. So this is your last day in the office.
That's crazy.
Is that getting close? Is that?
Yeah.
You're like, dude, okay. Watch how it's gonna give us to do stuff. Okay, last day in the office. the 20th. Okay, so this is the,
Next is the team.
so now we have you going first, you going solo, like you go in the field. So now this is the owner, so now we gotta figure out the team, right?
Yeah.
So the team to travel.
Their last, they'll get to the 30th. No,
They what?
No, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one. So the 27th is when they want to get there. You got a week.
They wanna get there,
The
27th, cause it's a week before, so,
Week
so,
before, 227.
so the team starts, and this is the thought process is, first day of sales, everybody has to be bags in the field, ready to sell, is 3-6. If we get them to do it first, then cool. But 3-6, it's Monday, so we wanna get them at least there on Monday as well. So they have 1 week to check out the office, kinda maybe do some second rounds, and do like an official launch on the 6th. Cause we'll take the weekend off to do something cool. Obviously fly there and whatever. So team gets the keys or?
Their
No.
arrival,
Team.
227.
Arrival
Mhm.
is 2/27. Also on a Monday.
Yeah. Keys for the place will be 28th.
Keys. 2/28 Tuesday. So they have a full 5 days to just be in their apartment. We won't make them go in the field unless they want to. Some guys that have great mindsets, they'll want to. We won't make them, so in that case, I will pay them that week to have a check, just so that they can, we'll obviously pressure people to go in the field in a positive way. But if they can't because they're too OCD and they need their storage, their unit, their home, their IKEA furniture, they gotta set up, then we're okay with them not going in the field. But eventually, it's because we plan with so much time, they're gonna get the keys on Tuesday, they're gonna drop stuff off and maybe do 2 days worth of putting things together, right? And then they're gonna be like, so now what? And then they're gonna go work, because the team we're gonna select is obviously a team of people that wanna work, not a team that doesn't. So, but anyway, still, that's the mindset. So they want the keys on Tuesday. So then,
And then after the third, I'll like talk to her.
what's the next day?
Last day office, be 224.
So last day in the office, and again, the reason we want a last day is we want the team to have like a goodbye type of announcement, right? Last day office, what day is the 24th?
It's Friday.
Okay.
And then hotel, they will leave on
If they leave Saturday,
they leave, no, we gave them Friday, Saturday to pack. Remember? Friday night, Saturday, Sunday to pack, they leave Monday, the 27th. No, I'm looking at, I'm working backwards, my bad.
you're working forward, which is
Yeah,
why
forward,
we're getting
yeah,
confused.
yeah.
No, so they gotta wake up in Riverside on Tuesday. So they gotta wake up Riverside on Tuesday, so they gotta hold, so there's 2 hotels backwards, right? So,
Yeah.
so the hotel night on Riverside
We.
is the night of Monday through Tuesday, right?
27th, yeah.
So hotel in Riverside is 2/27, which we can get them a hotel, or they'll go into Wade's office in the
Yeah.
meantime, cause it's gonna be another office already. So hotel in El Paso is the night before.
226. So they leave that Sunday morning.
So they leave, so they hit the road 2/26 Sunday.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to go in the field Saturday.
Yeah.
Unless they
they
put
pack
it-
Friday. They don't go to the field Friday. They come to the office, then go home, pack Friday night, Saturday pack, and leave Sunday.
So you heard that. So basically, we give them 2 days to pack. We don't want the overwhelming feeling of, oh, when do I leave? I don't have time to pack. And sometimes a lot of owners, the problem I think is because we are fear of loss, because we don't want to like lose money, we like force people to go in the field until the very last minute that they leave to the new office, so they can make an extra 3.5 sales, and that creates tension. So then things don't get done, there's not enough time to pack, talk to families, and it just hurts the start. I want the start to be clean and wide open. So
We're gonna
So now we got the travel team.
They start announcing the teams on 1/23.
Okay. Team. Oh.
Marketing.
Team announced.
The week of 12/23.
Week of
1/23. Sorry. 1/23.
so 123 through 127.
Yeah. It's on a month.
So now we're going to announce because we make it a big deal. We make people qualify, and we say it like, "Hey, we're gonna announce a person to go to John's office, and that week on the 123, we'll announce, hey, the first person, typically the top leader that wants to go, first person is Tommy, woo!" And then Tommy's announced, which gives us until 123. So we have basically until 123 to do all the one-on-ones, for us to sit down and figure out logistics, and we'll talk about that in a bit. We'll talk about logistics and things that we want to talk about with a person that wants to go. I want to figure out that they first can go in terms of, do they have, I'll talk about a one-on-one later maybe, but yes. So we announced them 123. The psychology is they have, when do they leave? 224.
Mm-hmm.
They have basically 30 days between they know they're leaving until they leave. So it's that, again, moving could be stressful, so we just don't want stress, right? So is that it for the team?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, so now we got the logistics of the team.
Next is recruiting.
Next is recruiting. So this is where it gets saucy, right? So recruiting. So John, when is your orientation? When are you running orientation?
Like here or
No, you mean here.
3-6?
3/6 is orientation because it's the first day of sales. It's Monday. You're doing orientation that day at 1 p.m.
I was gonna say I already done orientation.
Yeah. So you do orientation, and then you do first rounds. What happens if they don't show up to first rounds? Tell the camera what you do as an owner. No, come here, and tell all of your YouTube family if nobody shows up to an interview time slot.
You call them, have them walk you through their thought process on why they didn't show up. And then if they answer and they got time, do it right then and right there.
Yes.
If not, reschedule.
If you have a person that doesn't show up for a first round interview, you don't just assume that that's fine. No. You call them and have them walk you
We
through.
don't want to lose money.
Why would they walk us through their thought process on not showing up to a scheduled event that they personally scheduled? Okay, so recruiting. So 3/6 is 2023. It's the first day of orientation. And again, you can edit this based on what you want. We want at least 10 days of first rounds happening. 10 days of first round interviews to create an orientation of 10 plus people. So, is that right, Tommy? What's my next thing? Is first day of first rounds, right?
Yeah, first day of first rounds. So it'll be
So again, we just want to walk backwards. Like, if we got to do 10 days of orientation, 10 days of first rounds, what's the first day of first rounds?
February 20th.
yeah, 2/20.
220, which is a what? A Wednesday?
Monday.
Monday. And where will John be that day? John will leave on Wednesday. So look,
Last day in office. 2/20.
it's the last day in the office. So he'll be his last day in the office and start doing interviews for his own business that day. He'll be on the road on 223. He'll be on the road. You'll have to do interviews on the phone, or you'll stop at a gas station. He'll pull up a Zoom.
Let's go to McDonald's.
You go to McDonald's and you do whatever it takes because we cannot slow down recruiting by any means. And this is your first day of first rounds. When's your last day of first rounds? Never. The answer is never. There's no last day of first rounds.
No, yeah.
You do first rounds forever.
I was like, wait, I thought you meant for that week.
Yeah. He goes to look at the calendar. No. Forever. Okay. See,
So
he
I'm
gets
retired.
it. Yes. You know, last day of first rounds. 2008. Okay, first day of first rounds, it's a Monday, so it means
First day of bookings will probably be there Thursday. It'll be 2/16.
Friday, right?
But Friday to Monday, you want to get some names in there for that Monday.
Okay, well, whatever, booking. We gotta book at least for 2 days, so 2 what?
16.
2/16 or 17. Point being is the admin has to be on the phone on Friday. I'm a little flexible there, but I need the admin on the phone on Friday, which means ads need to be posted. Website, that's where we're going backwards, right? So,
Websites.
and again, you wanna do this plan by yourself. So you wanna look, what do I gotta get so that my admin could be booking plenty of interviews for Monday on 2/17? I gotta get a website, a name, applicant stream, blah blah blah. So,
Next will be daily post ads.
so posting ads at least, is it a week?
Y'all said a week, so.
Does it say a week on Avon and Sarah, or did we do
It's
more?
a week. Yeah, 124, 117.
Okay, so at least 7 days. So what's a week before 2/16?
2/9.
Okay, so Thursday 2/9. So now you want to communicate this to Erica, Michelle, whoever's your ad poster. Hey, this day ads need to be posted. And then your ad poster's gonna say, so where's your website? So we're going into that. But you need to post ads on 2/23. If possible, you need to fly in somebody. In this case, we fly in Claire will fly in with John's personal laptop to go post Indeed up there under the same Wi-Fi address. If you gotta do that even prior to 2/9, and let Indeed collect names, because Indeed you gotta set up the Indeed account, then you have to call, transfer it from cost per applicant to cost per day. All of this takes time. So you don't wanna be caught up on this. I just give it in a week, because even if Indeed's not fully up, we'll have Career Builder, we'll have other stuff. Again, we just wanna get the first rounds kinda going by that day. So we're posting ads, which means the website needs to be up by
Website.
2/8, right?
Website should be about 2/6. We gave a 3-day window.
But does it give it a 3-day window? Did we give it a 3-day window?
Yeah.
Okay. So website up 3 days, so 2/6/23, which is also Monday. And for Cam, we use Cam. For Cam to have a website up, he needs about a week. And he also needs the approved name, which means you should submit the incorporation papers, and those papers that could take 4 to 6 weeks for California, we said it earlier. Now, Cam, like those 4 to 6 weeks have already had to pass. And name is approved, and we have a website and a logo, which takes an hour for Cam to do a call with the owner, John. So you'll have a call where Cam will walk you through his services. He's a great guy. You'll pay him $150, right, or whatever.
And that cost should be 130.
That call should be
January 30th.
a week before the website has to be up, because we want to give Cam at least a week. So call for website is 1:30,
Yep.
which is what, a Monday?
Yeah.
Or, and I'm gonna put a little dash here, John, and I need you to remember this. The same day you get the paperwork, that same day you get the paperwork, like, hey, your name is approved, Floors Marketing is an official company now. That day, we're gonna go to the bank account, go to the bank and get a bank account. But that day, and you can get the call that day. So the point is, do the website as soon as possible, because you do not wanna delay any recruiting things. So if it's possible that the minute you get your name, you call Cam that day and you schedule a call that day, even if that's December.
Okay.
We'll get there's nothing wrong with having the website up for a month. We'll just pay, it'll be an extra $400, which we pay. So, but again, we'd rather pay and be over prepared. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna put ASAP.
As soon as I
The
can.
latest, you gotta do this call by Monday, which again, really depends on us submitting the papers at least 4 weeks before then. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that in those 4 weeks, we can get your name officially, which we don't control.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is the back end. Incorporation approved. Onboarding.
So incorporation approved at least by 129, right?
Yeah.
So the latest incorporation can be approved is by 129. So we need to submit the papers to Laura Porter, the hub, and she needs to get back, which again, we can't control, depends on the state. Jared and Dwight just got it from Tracy. It took 3 days in Illinois to get approved. I did it to Aaron in California for 2021. It took 6 weeks, also it was COVID. But we don't want to risk it. We sent Devon and Sarah's when? Like, and we're still waiting.
Tuesday, yeah. Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday, so
Not weekend.
not a week yet, but we're still waiting. It's normal. Okay, so, incorporation
Submitted.
approved.
So it takes 6 weeks, so it needs to be done by 12/19. Submitted by 12/19.
Okay, so incorporation approved 129, the
Yeah.
latest. Incorporation submitted. And that's with 4 weeks?
6 weeks.
With 6 weeks puts us at 12/19? Really?
Yeah.
And again, I'm doing 6 weeks. If then later we get approved in 3 days, well then I got all this extra time to do all this other stuff. And I'm cool with that. And for this date, if you're like, when do I submit incorporation? By the way, submitting incorporation, in my opinion, should be done not before you do the promotion, the big promotion to assistant management. If you have to, then you have to. But I would recommend not doing it until that to not reveal the surprise, right? It doesn't have to be a surprise, but you can call your hub and say, hey, Laura, my goal is to have an owner on March 6th, day 1 of sales, everything's bad, everything's good. By when do you, worst case scenario, want the paperwork to make sure I get it back by this day? She'll tell you, hey, dude, you know what, with the holidays, maybe do 7 weeks. We're gonna do 6 weeks. So that means for us, and John's here, but that means for us that we need to make sure his promotion, and he qualifies for his promotion, or whoever you're promoting, before this day, that day the latest, which is what day? What is this?
It's a
Monday.
Great day. It's great.
It's a good way to start the week.
So the thing we also need to we have like the side notes, bank account, Zoom leaks.
So side notes. There you go. Side notes, logins you want to do, and I always make the owner create like a note on their, hopefully iPhone, where they can save all the usernames and passwords of all the Sterling, Ownerville, all these new accounts that they're now going to have, so that they can get that. So,
So there's 3 names.
so side stuff.
Yeah. Bank account.
So
Zoom,
bank,
Zoom links saved.
same day as papers. Don't wait, you know, bank accounts take a minute. You might need an appointment, it doesn't matter. Walk into a bank, wait, and say, hey, I'll be here until you have a minute, somebody doesn't show up. Like,
And that's the day it's approved, right?
the day you get the papers back, like John Flores is officially incorporated as an owner in the state of California, you have your EIN number, you have your ID for your company. That day, we're going to the bank. And like, I've done it where I've waited to a bank appointment and they're like, we don't have anything for 2 weeks. I'm like, I can't wait 2 weeks. So I go to the bank, just go to the bank. And, you know, people skills, ask, hey, emergency, I need a bank account, right? And then they'll help you, open a bank account. As soon as you open a bank account, you create, and this is what I do, again, depends on the organization you're in, but we create a login inside that bank account for the hub. So I want to make sure Laura Porter, my hub, can access the bank account the same day because she's going to manage all the finances. So the bank.
Then we have like eStream, Zoom links.
So now we're in a way also like, so SCI documents, SCI stands for Smart Circle, Smart Circle International. So they're gonna send you DigiDocs once you send back the papers. And the bank account, they'll send DigiDocs, canvassing DigiDoc and stuff, you know, that you represent Smart Circle and blah, blah, blah. As soon as they're sent, same thing. All of this, you wanna just do it same day. Your hub will send you papers. So basically, the day that you receive the incorporation papers, you might, like, this is just my advice, which I recommend you use it, is if you receive the papers at 2 p.m. and the guy's already in the field, call him and bring him back. Like, just do it all that day. Like, you're gonna have to have the new owner print the 8221, all these papers. That day, send them, go to the notary with Laura Porter and have the owner at the notary sign a paper for the signature that day. Like, there's no sense of delaying it, because then you put the pressure back on them so they can send you the DigiDocs, and after DigiDocs, you'll go through all of Ownerville, AppStream, and Sterling. Every time you set up a Sterling account for a new owner, there's 2 options. There's a la carte, which is you pay one background check at a time, which only makes sense if the owner's not gonna recruit, which is rare, but happens. Or if not, the subscription package, okay? So all of that is side stuff that, again, you have to wait until you receive papers, but that's why what I do is, and I recommend you do, is train your owners on answering emails. Like there's a big portion of answering emails here that makes the owner just a better communicator overall. So just so you, for example, have an idea, as of now, I am sending emails every week or so. I get my email and I send an email to Magali. I did it yesterday, right? To Magali, I'm sending you an email, to Brad, to people that are gonna get promoted soon, because I wanna see how quickly they respond. If they can respond within 2 hours, I always tell, just train your offices, your owners, hey, you should never have an email not responded within 2 hours. You gotta be obsessed to look at you, clean up all the subscriptions that you have, clean up everything you need so that you can send emails, you can respond to emails within 2 hours tops. So now we have a recruiting plan, where we're gonna be recruiting for 10 days. So by 3/6, we have an orientation. How cool. And by the way, we'll probably do a good big team night. We're not gonna put it here, but we'll be a good, nice team night on the weekend before they start, and those new starts, we're inviting them, right? Does it? Does it?
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah. So
I feel like there was more. Cool. Well, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions now, outside of this video? Does this make sense to you? Is there anything that you're like, I've never heard of that?
What is Indeed? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think so. I think all the questions I asked right away.
Okay, so
I think so,
maybe
yeah.
a side thing, and we're gonna work on that, is the building, right?
Oh, that was the question. Since like Wade and
So
I are
if
moving
you
in
gotta
together.
get a building, and again, this is, no, I wouldn't say less important, it's huge, very important, but there's not too much planning to do. So if the guy's on 3/6, I need the keys to this place. When would you say?
For the first day is 3/6, probably a week before.
Yeah. So 2/27, but I mean, obviously, just a first of the month type thing, so. No later than 3/1, I want the keys. So you as a promoting owner, you wanna be in negotiation now, December, because we're in this, today's December? No, today's November,
28th.
today is November 28th. So we're going in the holidays, which means people are gonna answer less things. So I just wanna be locking this down. I'm telling you, even if I have to pay the building on the month of February, I'll pay it and start furnishing it and all of that stuff. But you wanna be in the building January 1st. I recommend, when it comes to furniture, I know some people love IKEA, but I mean, IKEA, you can do it with delivery, but I would get the keys 3/1 and then 3/2. What day is 3/2? 3/2 is Thursday, so 3/2 and 3/3, which the owner is there and the team is there. I'm shipping, I am paying on Amazon on my account, furniture delivered. Furniture, wall art, and supplies. And again, you have to make a mental list of all of this. I'm not gonna write it all out, but your ink, your paper, your W4s, your cabinets, all of this, you need to, I would buy it on Amazon, like, as soon as I get the keys and I have an okay where I'm inside of that building, I'm going on Amazon and I'm putting in a $2,000 order worth of furniture, whatever amount of money it takes. Obviously, we wanna be conscious with money, but you don't wanna not have a desk, right? And I'm shipping the furniture to the place, and I'll get all the guys as a team night to kind of build it up, and that's a part of building a new office. But you want to get the building by 3/1, so all the lease negotiation and all of that should be done in February or March, or February or January by the promoting owner. Sometimes you're gonna have to put money deposited first and stuff like that. So yeah, and then when it comes to doing, we'll do a quick one of these. When it comes to doing one-on-ones with people that are gonna go, reps that are gonna go, I always wanna know if it's convenient to take this. So before I talk about mentality, or before I talk about Are they excited to go? Okay, because I want as many people as go. My psychology is I want to send as many people as possible with my new owner because I can put the pressure on myself to rebuild, and they can have the strongest start I can give them. So, but things you always want to look out for. And again, I sit down with the people and I ask who wants to go. They tell me I want to go. Before I tell them how to qualify and before I tell them if they can go, I want to know the logistics are good to go. Because again, I need the logistics to be okay, so then I can tell them how to qualify and earn it, so I can create gratitude and not entitled person. So what are the things? Like I literally make a chart, like a T-chart here, and I go person by person. How much money do they have? I want to know how much money you have saved. I need to know. I want to know if you're a person that has $10,000 saved or $100, because that rep going with $100 across the country, they're going to struggle and they're going to stress. That's going to create low sales in a bad environment. So I want to make sure they have money, and if not, I'll help them. If they're a good rep that I want them to go, well, I want to help them get a plan. Give them a bonus over this next 2 months until they have enough money, or I'll save it for them, whatever. So I want to know how much money they have saved. I want to know what their credit is. Not that I need the points, but I want to know we're going to put people roommates together. I'm going to apply to apartments for them. They got to get, by the way, if any of these dates are not happening, I'm getting in there. So let's say like the team has to get the keys by 2:28. Let's say it's like 2:15 and they don't have a lease signed. I'm getting everybody's social security number. I'm getting everybody with their permission. I'm getting everything I need, and I'm applying for them, and I'm telling them who's rooming with who, and they can move later. You know, they can change later. But again, I don't want them to get out there and not have a house. Never in a million years. So I want to know if their credit's bad. If their credit, two people's credit's bad, they're not going to get approved. I can't room them together. So I just want to know carefully and legally ask, like, hey, how's your credit? If you have to submit for a lease, how's your credit? What else do we want to know?
Car.
Car. What's their car condition? Again, depends if they're, in this case, they're driving from Texas to California. So I always, even if I have to give them a day off, like, hey, go check up your car, did an oil change the fuses. If the car's good condition, great. If not, even if it's good, hey, go get a checkup, please. Tell your car shop. I don't want accidents on the road.
Current lease.
What's your current lease? Okay, they might have a lease that is 7 months away, and I'm teaching them how to talk to the leasing manager, how to break it. I'm finding roommates that can stay there, and I'm considering the fact that I might have to pay for this lease. I'm not gonna not send somebody because they got a lease to break. If I gotta pay, the maximum I paid was, we paid like $2,000 for somebody. We paid $2,000. Some people are like $5,000, and like again, it gotta be a really good person for me to pay $5,000. I probably won't pay $5,000, but I'll do whatever it takes to get roommates or other people that are in the office to live in that place and pay that person, create agreements. But if I want to know if they have a lease or any other outside influences. So like, what do their parents think? Do I need to sit down with their parents? Do I need to sit down with their, do they want to take their dogs? People are like, I gotta take my dog. Not the best idea. Respect to the dog, but is it absolutely necessary or not? Like, I need to know these things.
And how much time?
And then how much time needed. So I always ask these questions like, hey John, if you were selected to go tomorrow with Tommy's office, how much time would you need to know to pack up and leave? And I want always the guys that tell you like, tomorrow, I can go tomorrow.
Give me 2 hours.
Give me 2 hours, I'll pack and go. That's the answer I want, but obviously, again, moving across the state until they finish the training, I think at least 3 weeks. You should give at least 3 weeks for the person where they know they're going until they go. So that's why we're gonna announce it within 3 weeks, but I also am curious to know like how much time do they need? Like, cause that also tells me an answer of like how much baggage do they have? Like, I just want a person that can load up everything in their car and they sell everything here and they go there in the back. They're not worried about the little stuff, So I want to know how much time do they have, and I put the name of the rep here and I fill it out. How much money they have, or again, like if they're struggling or not. Again, I just want to have a general idea. Now that I know that, at the first 10 minutes of my one-on-one, me as the promoting owner, I'm sitting down with the new owner and the rep that wants to go, and now I'm telling them, cool, so if you were to go, how's this working? Cool. Let's say you did go. Let me get all these answers. Cool. So now let me tell you what to do to earn there, to earn to go. We need a person, and then you just tell them whatever you need them to do. I need you to be averaging 3. I need you to this. Hey, you're a brand new person. I need you to get to leadership. I need you to get to level 1. I need you to whatever. And I'm putting pressure on them, and I'm telling them, hey, even if they're not on the person's team, let's say somebody that's not from John's team wants to go, I might tell them like, hey, I want you to break down your day with John every night starting today. I want you to be in communication with John every night starting today. And then I'm gonna get all those guys that said they wanna go, once they're announced, and we didn't put it here, but all the guys that are announced, I'm gonna get them the last 2 weeks in my office and make them practice pitch into a separate room. And they can go in a separate room, get their own speaker, figure out their own culture, their own energy, so they can start practicing what it looks like not to be around 75 people, but to be around 6. And hopefully with all of this, and a mindset that something's still gonna go wrong, I'm sure I forgot something, but this has helped a lot. If we get the paperwork earlier, and we can advance the day of sales to be faster, so John can leave faster, absolutely. But I won't send somebody knowing that they don't have a house. Because I also don't want to pay 4 months or a month of somebody on Airbnb. I've done it where people stay in an Airbnb for too long and they just don't feel home, so that just creates, it's just not good. You know, typically when the new owner leaves, we always tell the new owner you have to build 5 leaders as soon as possible to replace the ones you have, because the ones you have are going to quit. And the ones that don't quit and they get to ownership, that's a bonus, but you don't want to rely on them. Right? We had a person quit underweight on their first 2 weeks. All of Aaron's team quit in the first month, except for Steven. Steven got to ownership and promoted 3 guys. So that was a good person to stay. But if you're not in the field building the next 5, it'll be really difficult. And we want to set it up where there's no stress for that. So, any questions?
Yes. So my only question, I guess, is as far as like it being like Callie and like I know like the sexual harassment. There's like a course to take.
Yeah.
So when would I do that, and then I'm gonna assume the people that I'm taking with me have to take it as well, right?
No, the people that are taking with you, typically they have to take it if they're gonna work for you for more than 6 months.
Okay.
So we have them take the non-supervisory one. You have to legally take it. Avon and Sarah just took it last night. So what you're gonna do is actually email them, tell you what link they got it, you get it. I don't know if you pay $10 or something.
It's like something like that, yeah.
And they'll send you like a PDF diploma. You'll upload it to your Google Drive. I'm gonna teach you how to use Google Drive, and then you just have a diploma. If somebody ever asks you, you're like, are you trained in sexual harassment? Absolutely. Every company owner and any company, I think, in the state of California has to have it. So, but yeah, that's a 2-hour course you'll do on your computer on a Sunday, and that's it.
So email Sarah.
Email Sarah in the box. Hey, where'd you do it? And then just get it done as soon as you get it. Another easy thing is to deal with somebody that actually takes feedback, right? And not like you have to chase them down and tell them the same thing 100 times. So I know John will do this harassment course, and I'll probably forget before he reminds me that he's done it, which is a great feeling. But okay, does that sound accurate? Hopefully.
Yeah, that's different.
Cool. So this is the plan for Mr. Flores. Hopefully that works. Right? Did we forget anything?
That's it.
Cool.